Morning guys, it's Tim from Hobgoblin's Hideaway, bringing you yet another CBCS unboxing. Before we get into the boxes, firstly, this is the CBCS submission that kind of went astray a little bit. So for everybody that was involved in it, thank you for your patience. Your books have all now gone out, so they should be with you really soon. As promised, I'm going to do a little giveaway for you guys. I haven't forgotten about that. We're just trying to get all on top of everything at the moment. But that'll be coming up soon. So your books are on your way. Obviously, these are my books from that submission as well. So I've been waiting on books as well. Finally, they're here. Thankfully, it's taken a while. Everything else is now on a CBCS FastPass, so we're never going to have this problem again. There is a slight update for you guys on the Facebook group. Please do pay note to it. CBCS turnaround times have changed slightly. They have extended a little bit. But at least they're doing that. They're very visible and transparent with those turnaround times. It's put another few weeks on. However, with FastPass, we're still looking at about 8 to 9 weeks. 9 weeks being because of the signature verification. But a FastPass, 8 to 9 weeks from the point they receive, we'll still get them back. So still nice and quick, still much quicker than others are achieving at the moment. So by all means, keep getting your books in, guys, and we'll keep doing the submissions. We've just had another one gone. That's all on its way out to the States. Everything's done on that. So we're now waiting for a few more to come back. We've got loads over with CBCS at the moment. We've got a good fair few books to get through today. Maybe I should stop talking and let's get to it. Okay, very briefly, as most of you should be aware, we've got the very first Cheapest Chips sale coming up this Saturday, 8 PM. You do have to be in the Facebook group, so just send us an invite if you're not already in the group. We'll get you in. You can then just mark yourself as attending or maybe, so going or maybe. That'll get you a notification just before the event starts and a reminder so you can jump on in. We're only going to be doing comics that are between £1 and £5, nothing above, no slabs. It is going to be basic, it's going to be simple. Hopefully we've got a few kind of fillers for you guys, but we've also got some really nice variant covers that we're going to throw in there as well. So hopefully there'll be something for everybody. We do not intend to have an all-nighter on this one, guys. So please, if you are going to join us, make sure you get in nice and early. Okay, 2 boxes worth of CBCS slabs in front of me. They've all been pulled. We've taken the bags off. They're all ready to go, ready to show. Hopefully you'll like them. We've got some really nice books in here, as well as some basic variants. So a lot of these will be going up in the next live claim sale, which will be the 2nd of July. Obviously the Cheapest Chips will fall on this Saturday. Completely different show. We're trying to make sure that we cater for all of you guys out there. Let's get into the slabs. So they've been debagged. Got loads of mixed stuff. Okay, so we got a copy of Phoenix Resurrection. Hopefully the glare's not too bad on this one. This was, I think it was a 1 in 500 remastered black and white edition. Beautiful artwork. This is a really nice book, but it's one of those books you kind of want it to be in as big a grade as you can. It looked quite decent in its condition. It's had a press and a clean. So fingers crossed, we've got a nice one of that. 1 in 500, there's a lot of ratio variants out and about at the moment. So we're looking for a good one on a 1 in 500. Let's hope for a good start. Excellent. Happy with that. It's a John Byrne cover. I couldn't remember whose artwork it was. I was covering it with my hand. So 9.8 in that is absolutely fantastic. That is a really, really top book. I'm not going to say a hot book, it's a really, really good book. So happy to have that one in a 9.8. It's a good start. Really good start. Loads of varied comics in. Like I said, there's some variants. Okay, we got the Power Rangers 50. It was a Clark variant cover. Beautiful artwork. I've got a couple of these Clark books in here. It was via Scorpion Comics. Like I said, it was a Clark variant. These were bought brand new from a notable retailer in the US. So in reality, they should be coming back high grades. You never know in modern books though. But they look really sharp, really clear, but really nice artwork. So excellent, 2 for 2. Another 9.8. Really is nice artwork on that, guys. We did have a couple of raws as well, but they've now gone to a new home. So I'll have the couple of slabs up for the next live show for you. Okay, Amazing Spider-Man #1. It was a John Romita. I think it's a 1 in 100 cover. It's the kind of artwork that I used to hate as a kid. I never could get into comic book artwork. I kind of kicked into the hobby when Todd McFarlane took over Spider-Man. His artwork was just phenomenal compared to the old school artists. Over the years, you realise, you educate yourself a little bit, and I love John Romita artwork now. Unfortunately, I bought this one for a signing event, which just didn't happen. But all the characters on there, you've got the majority of the Sinister Six, Kingpin, Venom, Black Cat. It's beautiful. Really love that cover. Again, hoping for a 9.8. It is a modern book. It was picked up, I think I picked it up second hand, so I didn't get it straight from the retailer. So you never know, you might drop a grade on it. But I still love this cover. So this one will go straight into the shop. 3 for free. I can't even say free. 3 for free. Happy with that. Yeah, it's a lovely book. You learn to appreciate Romita and his artwork and all the old school guys for what they do. Hopefully, I can still get a signing event. It's never going to be a private one for myself, but hopefully I can jump onto a signing event for Romita. I've got so many books that I'd love to get done by the man himself. I'm guessing by the back cover it's a J. Scott Campbell Amazing Spider-Man #14. This was exclusive variant L. Shows how many J. Scott kind of pumps out. But I don't know if you can kind of see just a few of the covers. This was one of my favourite ones. Nice little Gwen Stacy. Again, we talked about the signatures in the last video, I think it was, and obviously for your window bags when you're sending off a signing, that's what Campbell will kind of do if given the opportunity. So make sure these windows for signatures are nice and big, guys. Again, this came direct from his site. It looks pretty clean. Great cover, so I'm hoping for a 9.8, which will go straight into the shop. Excellent. 4 on 4. Yeah, I love that artwork. He produces some absolutely amazing covers. The one thing I don't like is when he'll produce a great cover and it will just be a case of the colours changed or the clothing's changed but the poses are the same, or he'll run through a stage of kind of 3 different poses on the characters, but the costumes will stay fairly similar. I love the fact that some of these, his artwork is fantastic. When he does do different artwork, I really can easily get on board with it, really like it. So 4 for 4, I'm happy. Again, another J. Scott Campbell cover, I can see by the back. This one was the exclusive K with Mary Jane. Again, nice large signature, which I think it's perfect for this type of cover when there's a lot of white. Again, that could go against us in the sense of it is a white cover. Plenty of defects can be picked up on that one. It looks fairly sharp though, so I'm thinking, unless there's something I'm not seeing, we're looking at a 9.6, 9.8 on this one, so fingers crossed. Excellent. 5 in 5. So that's the kind of numbers I want. I'd rather have 5 in 5 than one great slab in 5 from maybe a competitor. But really happy with these so far. Lots of stuff that's going up. I recognise the back cover on this one. I recognise the front cover as well. This one looks really tight. I picked this one up a couple of months ago. It's been off for a press. It's been off for a clean. It looks pretty decent though. I kind of put my neck on the line and said that maybe we're in the 9s on this one. Comparing to my 8.5 and my 8s that I've had previously, I think this one is a given to be above the 9s, but you never know, there could be something wrong with it inside. I think it looks really good. There's a little bit of chipping down the bottom, which isn't the standard Marvel chipping. You never know if some of the colour fade is taken into consideration. Some of the 300s lose their colour slightly on this one, but let's say about a 9.2 Anything above, we'll be happy. It is a direct edition, first appearance of Venom. This one's not going to last long when it goes into the shop, guys. So let's have a quick look. 9.4, excellent. Really happy with that. Yeah, like I said, you can see the couple of small defects on this one, but really, really pleased to have picked this one up for a bit of a steal, to be honest, of a 9.4. Wasn't too sure what condition I was going to receive, but the seller, true to form, delivered a really, really top quality condition cover on that one. So really pleased with a 9.4 on that. Should I sell it to you guys? Should we keep it in the personal collection? Who knows? I'm sure it will be up for grabs, guys. I'm sure it'll be up for grabs. Okay, Amazing Spider-Man 210, the first appearance of Madam Web. It's also a newsstand. This is another one. I picked it up. I'm sure I picked it up as a near mint. To me, it's not a near mint. There's too many spine ticks. There's too much kind of dirt on the cover for it to be a near mint. I think we use the term near mint loosely at times when we're grading comics, but I'd certainly say this isn't a near mint. Maybe we're around about the kind of 8.5 mark. Like I said, you can see there's a lot of marking and dirt around the back cover. Still a great issue. Like I said, Madam Web, something's going to happen with her eventually, and it is a newsstand, so let's have a look. But maybe about 8.5 ish. Let's have a look. 7.5. So a little bit lower than I want. That's a book that's sold in near mint, guys. So, you know, like I said, when you are selling your books, maybe just consider the information when you're putting it out, and get great photos on. Let people be the judge. You can always ask for better photos as well. But like I said, I can see multiple spine ticks. 7.5 I'm a little bit disappointed with, but it is still a newsstand, so it kind of saves it a little bit on that one. I might split this video into two parts, purely just to make it a little bit easier for you guys to watch through. It'll also make it a lot easier for us to upload it to YouTube, to Facebook. So we'll have a look at that one. Strange Academy number 6. It was the Nakayama Virgin variant. This one's gone through the roof. I've had quite a few of the trade variants. They've all sold through the last few live claim events. But this one is a beautiful cover. Had it in the collection quite a while, just haven't had a chance to send it off for grading. It looks pretty decent. The corners look fairly sharp. The top corner and the bottom corner have got a kind of slight bit of wear, but again, that could just be printer tear, your typical issues with these comics. So I'm hoping for a 9.8. I'll accept a 9.6. 9.2 or below, I'll be a little bit disappointing, so fingers crossed. Excellent. 9.8, guys. That's going to be up for grabs for someone then in the next live claim sale. So I wouldn't wait too long on that one, guys. That's a beautiful cover. That's probably one of my favourite Nakayama covers for these type of negative covers that he's been doing recently. Venom number 1, Greg Horn. I'm only going by the back, guys. Greg Horn exclusive. This was the art exclusive B. Make sure I've still got the grading covered up. Greg Horn's signatures are phenomenal. So make sure we get that one in there. His use of colour is great. His signature always complements the books, I think, when he does just his initials. It's a great virgin cover. Again, I think we're on a bit of a roll other than the Madam Web, so why not? Let's go for a 9.8. Let's hope for another 9.8. Excellent, another 9.8, guys. We're doing really well on these. I was very picky. Maybe I shouldn't say this until the end, but I've been quite picky with these submissions that went off for this one. I was trying to make sure it was only really high quality ones that got through. I'll start pulling out the 2s and the 3s in a minute, and then it'll do me. So looking at this one from the back, this was Way of the Warrior number 1. It was the black and white ash can, really difficult to get hold of, and signed by Billy Tucci on the back. Again, it's been in the collection for quite a while. It's just one that I never got round to grading, but I thought it looked really nice, especially after my 9.9 Lady Death. This is obviously a paper product, so it may not hit the same 9.9, but a 9.8, 9.6, I'll be well happy with that one. But that's something that not a lot of people have seen before for She. A 9.8, excellent. So we really are on a roll. It's a shame that the cover artwork, you can see the internal pages through the cover artwork, which is a little bit of a shame because it's a great cover. Really nice piece of artwork on the front. But we're doing well. We've got lots of signed stuff to go into the sale for you guys. Princess Leia #1, Alex Ross incentive variant. Again, signed by Alex Ross. So we've got boxes and boxes full of signed comics. We're going through it really slowly, trying to make sure we pick out the 9.6s and 9.8s, unless it's a really big signature. So we're hoping for some great stuff for you guys. But this one again signed by the man himself. So let's hope. Not too sure I can see any defects, just having a very quick look at it. I don't want to spend too much time looking at the back of it. I can see a very tiny bit of colour rub towards the back staple. Again, as I've talked about many times before, colour rub is so hit and miss of whether they will actually count it as a defect or class it as a known defect. So let's have a look at this one. Let's hope for a 9.6 or above. Another 9.8. This was just like the perfect submission going through on this one. So I'm really pleased with these. Let's get those turned around so I can get some more on the table. Absolutely loads to go. So if you need to go make a coffee, pause the video, go and get a coffee. I think I might need one now. Don't actually know what this is from the back. Predator. Signed by Chris Warner. Not a perfect copy, but it's very close to it. I think James Gower did a bit of magic on this one for me. It's got a few little kind of colour breaking spine ticks, but they're really tiny spine ticks. They only just about come over the actual spine itself. You know, obviously for me, there's a difference where they start creeping up on the actual front cover. But this one looks good. Tiny bit of colour rub towards the back staple. Again, on a book like this, I don't know what they're going to do with it. But in regards to the grade, it's really good. Predator #1, Chris Warner signature. Fingers crossed on this one. Not expecting a high grade, but at a decent grade. So fingers crossed. A 9.6, excellent. I actually don't think I was expecting a 9.6 on this one, but I'm really happy with that one. Really pleased. That's a beautiful book. Loads can happen with Predator. Obviously, we've seen Aliens come across to Marvel. Be interested to see what happens with Predator now. Okay, quick drink. We're ready to go again. Let's crack on with these slabs then. Power Rangers, Drakon, New Dawn. This was the other Clark cover variant. Yeah, another Scorpion. I wasn't too sure if it come through Scorpion. This one is probably the better of the two. Artwork wise, they are really nice. I'm not too sure if that's going to pick up properly, but these are stunning covers by Clark. I think they were really low print as well, something like 400. There wasn't many of them about. Again, I might be wrong. By all means, jump into the comments. I know you guys, some of you guys did that for me last time with the ratios and the kind of limited quantities. So I'm expecting pretty much decent, perfect grades on it. It looks solid. Came straight from the retailer, so fingers crossed on this one. Let's hope for another 9.8. Excellent, another 9.8. Really pleased. That's a fantastic cover there, guys. Again, another one that's going to go up for sale. Plenty for you guys to be picking up this next upcoming live claim. 2nd of July, Friday, 8 PM until God knows when. Until we drop. Spider-Man #1, Blue Lizard variant. It's funny, I had this ready to go a long time ago. James Mack from MJ Comics had one himself that he wanted to submit. He had a really great result on that and a really nice grade bump from James Gower, I believe, if my memory serves me correctly. Check out their YouTube channel. The guys are back. Good to see them back. but there's an old video that should still be up there of a Blue Lizard variant, and he had a really fantastic result on that. So this was ready to go at the same time, but for sake of not wanting to get them mixed up, I'm not too sure what grade mine is, but I didn't want to get them mixed up, so I deliberately held mine back, and then literally it went a couple of weeks later, and then we got hit with this massive CBCS delay. So regretted it slightly, but for the sake of customer service and looking after you guys, I'll quite gladly wait. The back looks good. I think James worked on this one for me. The front looks good. I can see one spine tick. I can see potentially two spine ticks, but it looks good other than that. The great thing about CBCS is that they will note it as the Blue Lizard variant. There was an interesting conversation popped up in one of the forums recently. Someone had got a yellow lizard variant, and they were thinking that this was the next one that they were going to start on the back of, but it turned out there was that few of them that it just didn't warrant having its own variant, because then, you know, from what the guys at CBCS said, it'll be never ending. For every single time that a comic has gone to print and has got a very slight tiny defect on the colour, it'll just go on and on and on. The Blue Lizard, though, luckily for me, is still noted. Many people have probably got Blue Lizard variants in their collection, they just don't know about it, so make sure to check it out. Hoping for a decent grade. Like I said, I can see a couple of spine ticks, slightly rounded corner at the top, but he looks alright. It's certainly not a bad condition. Let's go for early 9s and I'll be happy, but anything really down to an 8 and above, I'm good with. I'm all good to go. 9.6. Wow. Really impressed with that and really happy with that one. Like I said, I can see a couple of spine ticks. The corner, again, maybe a known defect. It kind of looks like the printer tear on the corner. Fantastic. Really happy with a 9.6 on the Blue Lizard variant. Really pleased. This is kind of why, again, I didn't want to send mine and James's off at the same time. You know, James's was a very good condition as well. So it then comes to a point where they've both gone off, and unless you're literally analysing every minuscule defect on that cover with photographic evidence and knowing every single one, it becomes very difficult then to split them and to know whose is whose. We have had to do this for the Rob Liefeld signing event, where I think we had about 8 or 9 copies of New Mutants 98 go off, but we literally had to photograph every single defect and make sure we knew whose copy was whose. So don't worry on that one, guys. You'll be looked after, but really happy to have a 9.6 on that. Nice blank cover. Star Wars Boba Fett #1. It was the Heroes and Fantasies exclusive with a Jeremy Bullock signature. I think I've got 3 or 4 Bullock signed comics in this submission. I can see again corner wear, maybe printer tear. The back looks okay. These were not sent for pressing. Maybe a slight bend on the cover at the back, but it may just be around about where the staple is. So it looks decent. Other than that, I'm kind of holding out for kind of 9.6 and above. Let's see what that corner did to the grade. 9.4. So yeah, I'm guessing if we look at the grader notes, that corner would have took it down. And then you look at it closely when you're not holding your hand over it. I can see 1, 2, 3. I can see 3 colour ticks, 4 colour ticks. So a 9.4 is a fair grade on that one. Can't complain about that whatsoever. I'm sure they'll all pop up on the grader notes, which are free, as discussed on all our videos, which you only have to go into the QR code. You can get the grader notes on any CBCS book, 9.6 and below. They're all available for you guys. So it's limited edition comics. This is another Star Wars #1 variant, another Jeremy Bullock signature. For those that don't know, he's the guy that played Boba Fett. We lost him 6 months, maybe 7 months ago now. Was a really nice guy to meet at the shows. It's a Mike Diodato Jr. cover. Really nice book. Little bit of dirt on the spine. Not pressed, not cleaned. Again, if we're hitting 9.4, 9.6, I'll be pleased and happy with that. I can see a slight bend down the bottom corner as well, so not expecting 9/8 and 9.0. Maybe I should have pressed this one and cleaned it. Not the near mint condition that I was sold. It was an eBay pickup. Unfortunately, there's too many people, again, banding about the word near mint, or the words near mint, or the condition near mint. But yeah, you're kind of looking at a very fine plus stroke near mint on that one, so never mind. Okay, let's get back onto the good ones. So we've got a copy of Wolverine #1. Lovely cover, John Buscema. Had it pressed, had it cleaned. It looked a really good condition one. Sunil has just posted this morning. I think he's got a 9.8 signed copy. It looks beautiful. Check that one out, guys, on the Facebook groups today. But this is a really nice one. I reckon we're about a 9.4, 9.6. It looks a really strong condition one. Beautiful artwork on the back as well. Iconic artwork on the back. So fingers crossed we're going to maintain some really nice grades. Just kick back in with something decent. And a 9.6. So really pleased with that one. Really pleased with that grade. Again, to pick it up as a raw comic. It's not a new comic. It's obviously 1988. To some extent, you're at vintage comics when you're at 1988, which is scary to think now. But just really pleased to have that one in a 9.8, 9.6. Sorry, Chaos City Comics. So this is the first of my 1963 Mystery Inc. Covers. They're both signed by Dave Gibbons. Inside, they're really low print run. The signature copy, I believe, for the platinum was 150. This is issue number 90 of the 150. Pretty beat up. It's got spine wear, it's got spine ticks. They're very visible on the silver covers. You guys might not be able to pick them up quite that easily, but I'm not expecting fantastic grades. But I've got this and the gold edition. The platinum, I believe, is the lower quantity. So they're kind of the higher in-demand book of the two. It was only printed in 1993, so the fact that so many of them out there are heavy with spine ticks, I think it's more about the kind of card and the paper that they use for the cover than anything else. Was by Image Comics. Let's get straight to it. I'm just waffling, guys. 8.0. So that's probably a little bit higher than I expected. I kind of thought I'd be around about the 7.5. I'm not too sure which is the more beat up copy, but a Dave Gibbons signature. You can't see it because it's inside, but that's a really nice book, especially in an 8.0. And there you go. There's the gold one as well. Chaos City Comics. Same again. Dave was inside. It was the kind of limited editions. This one was limited to 500. Again, spine ticks, spine wear. The spine ticks look a bit more severe in the sense that they're breaking the colour a lot more. But you never know. It might be a case of the other one had slight defects that were bringing that one down a little bit more. 6.5. It's a little bit less than I want. Like I said, it's got a rough top as well. There are several defects on it. The back has got spine ticks on it as well. So I'm expecting that. But it is a Dave Gibbons signature, so I was more than happy to have those in the collection and have them in the shop for you guys, purely based on how limited they are as well. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut it. I'm going to end this video for now. We'll get this one up. We'll get this one running. There'll also be a second video. I've got probably another box full of slabs to get through. Still some really nice books in there, even though we've had a Venom 1, we've had a Blue Lizard. There's some great books coming up in the second box, so join us again and we'll catch you shortly.